You asked for it. Here it is. We're back in SnowRunner. It has been a long time since I played this. At least on the channel, it has been ages since the series I did. I guess it was like 2019 maybe. I'd have to look back at that. But it's been a few years since I played SnowRunner on the channel, and I figured it was time that I do something that continues from week to week. And so, I'm going to be starting something here. We're going to be starting a brand new game at SnowRunner, new campaign, in addition to my other campaigns, right back where it all begins in Michigan, USA. So for those of you unfamiliar with SnowRunner, this game is basically just like spin tires or just like Mud Runner. The goal of the game essentially is to traverse the landscape, and the main obstacle of the game is the landscape. We're given various tools to do so, including trucks just like this one, and also much larger rigs. Most of the time we're going to be pulling heavy objects, but today, well, probably not. We're going to be doing a lot of scouting in the basic rig here, but this is a great game for this kind of thing because it's a really good opportunity just to talk, and that's sort of what I want to do today and also for the rest of this series, because this game is very calm. It's very, look, I can't say that it's easy because the game is not easy, but it is sometimes a relaxing game. Depending on how good you are, I guess, or how much you care about upgrades. I have a bit of history with this game. I actually asked for a key from the developers ages ago. I think I had like 20,000 subscribers at that point, and they still gave it to me, which was huge for me. I think it was the first time I ever actually asked for something and got it in my entire life. And so I did a review of it, and that turned out quite well, and then I have did a bit of a series on it, which I find to be quite fun, but I mean, back in the day, that's when I was just getting into more automation stuff, and automation was becoming quite successful on the channel, and I honestly stopped making SnowRunner videos because I didn't feel that they were worth my time, as weird as that sounds. It's not like making these takes any more effort than an automation video. I mean, an automation one probably takes more, but it is a bit of a different type of game, so when you get used to editing videos on just one game, it becomes hard to switch it up and do another game. But yeah, because I have history with this game, it is weirdly enough, even though the game isn't that old, it is a bit of a nostalgia thing for me in some aspects, like, weirdly enough. But yeah, I'm sure if you're familiar with this game, you've seen the intro a million times, so yeah, it's kind of cool that the game starts you off with such a basic vehicle. Like, it is a four-wheel drive, but yeah, no, it's cool to just start small and work your way up big. That's one of the things I just appreciate about this game in general, and I don't know, there's a lot of things to like about this game. I need an excuse to play it, so that's why I'm here. Now, as I was thinking about doing this, I've actually been thinking about this for a few weeks now. I was trying to come up with like a gimmick for these videos. Like, what should I do to make things more interesting? What can I do to make it more difficult for myself, and therefore make it more interesting for people who have probably already seen this game before? And well, I had a couple ideas, so let me run them by you before we get too heavy into this. So one of the thoughts I had was, okay, let's not use any OP vehicles. Now, if you played this game, there is a bit of a meta for vehicles. Some trucks are better than others. I can tell you right now, I don't have, okay, I do have a little bit of DLC, but I don't have much DLC, so some of the OP later DLC video or vehicles you will not see in this video series unless I choose to buy them. But as I was given a press copy of this game, this is the press copy of the game on the Epic Game Store, by the way, I do have some DLC stuff, including the very OP, actually, let's see if we can find it. Obviously, I have no garage, so I can't see any cars at this point, but I'll show you what I'm talking about when we get there. And then I was thinking, okay, what if we do like a Pokemon style, what do they call that, like a Nuzlocke thing, where you can only work with the trucks that you find? So like, as an example, I can only work with the vehicles that I see, such as this one. If I can't buy anything, that's going to be making things a lot more difficult for me. But I don't know. Is that something that could be interesting? I guess we could try that. Yeah, you can see I have 2 DLC trucks and obviously the 2 that I just got here. So we'll avoid using these DLC ones for now because they, especially this Marshall, is very OP. So yeah, we'll skip that. Best thing to do in this situation is shut off the engine, change trucks over to the GMC, pop the handbrake off, and we're actually off to the two-wheel drive races here. This thing is not good off-road, by the way. This is going to be a bit rough. But hey, I mean, that's part of the challenge. Another idea that I had was sticking exclusively to highway class trucks. But again, I don't think that's a very good idea because we're just gonna get stuck so darn frequently. It's gonna take ages to make any progress in the game. Like, entire videos might pass before I make any progress. What are we loading up wood for again? I guess... I mean, I don't know. I'm not somebody who uses the crane because... yeah, I don't feel any real need to. Where are we bringing this wood? Ah, there we go. The old bridge reconstruction. That's what we gotta do. Alright, let me let you in on some behind-the-scenes stuff. So, I don't know. I've been thinking about ways to sort of evolve the channel a little bit, and I talked about it in my last video, on my automation video towards the end in the BeamNG section, and I actually got a lot of good feedback from people, so thank you for your comments. And I considered that feedback, and I thought about what I want to do and what I want to think about for things, and it's very difficult to do that. I'm pretty busy, I have a lot of stuff on the go, so I don't know, I think that's part of the reason why I've been feeling a little bit burnt out on YouTube the last couple weeks. And honestly, I was debating even making a video for this week. I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just take a break again and just work on other stuff and try to get through things. But I decided against that and figured that it was better to put something out, especially something that's more relaxing like this and not very high stress or heavily edited or anything like that. Secretly, this SnowRunner series is actually a bit of a podcast, as weird as that sounds. I think, oh my goodness, the steering on these trucks is difficult. If you watch my videos, then you already know I tend to talk a little bit too much, perhaps. I pretty much just say whatever's on my mind, and I like doing that. Rather than talking about what I'm doing, because it's kind of obvious what I'm doing, I just talk about what I'm thinking, and I want to continue to do that, and yeah. Metal beams. We have to do the metal beams first. Oh my goodness. I'm wasting my time. Look at me trying to outsmart the game and then getting outsmarted. Oh man, apparently I mean, all the experience I have in this game counts for nothing. It's okay though, we'll get through this. Just gotta get those beams and then the bridge can be built. And then hopefully I don't drown in this water. But yeah, I kind of just tend to talk about the things I'm thinking about, or maybe some behind-the-scenes YouTube stuff. So I figured this sort of series is much better for that sort of thing, and kind of just talking about stuff. And in a weird way, I guess, it's kind of a podcast series where I'm just discussing things and also playing a game at the same time, because I feel like if I'm just talking about stuff, I'm going to run out of things to say, so that's going to make it a lot more difficult. And much like other podcasts, I do actually intend to have guests. Also, that that Durango right there just sprung to life randomly. That's fun. But yeah, let's grab some metal beams. We only need one stack of those. A little bit of property damage here and there. Knock over some signs. The town ain't gonna mind. A little bit of municipal infrastructure to put back up. No big deal. That's just spurring on the economy. But yeah, I do intend to have some guests from the community. Specifically, some of the guys who've been asking to potentially play this game more, i.e. Overlord. Funnily enough, he and I were together during the initial review of this game. I got 2 keys with when the developer gave me them, which was, again, a major shock. Oh, this is a problem. Okay, never mind, we're good. Thankfully, it's just clear water and not mud. But yeah, we go back in this game too, so it makes sense. Don't worry, Overlord, I see you. But yeah, as I'm talking about the series and introducing you to the way that things are going to be, we may as well discuss the other things that are sort of on my mind when it comes to YouTube and things like that. I have, like, I don't know, I spend too much time thinking about this stuff and maybe not enough time, like, actually doing it. Alright, let's unload this stuff, by the way. But there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes in terms of, like, making YouTube videos like this, and it's maybe interesting for some of you, and I think, I mean, I'm not the best person to give advice on how to, like, start a YouTube channel or something, but I have some ideas for people who can avoid the issues that I've run into with my own channel, and some of the problems that I've had in the past, including having to private, like, several hundred of my ancient videos because of how crap they are, and also the fact that they kept getting copyright strikes. Okay, let's plan out a route to go over to the sawmill or the lumber mill. The easiest way is down here, but you know, that's probably gonna have problems. Let's do it anyways. The easy way is not usually the good way. Oh, and there's a trailer right here. Nah, I don't think we're gonna need it. So yeah, let's talk about YouTube. Let's talk about the state of things. Let's talk about the internet. Oh man, all spooky, scary things these days. Man, the internet is like, I don't know. I like it, and I also don't like it. I've been making a conscious effort on my own personal level to try to avoid certain social media sites. Basically, the ones that I find are very the echo chambery is the way that I'm describing it. Things that I feel like when I spend more time on them, that my personality changes, and it's easy to become addicted to these types of sites. So let's name some names and make it easier to talk about them. Sites like Reddit, sites like Twitter, things like, obviously TikTok. I have never been on TikTok, but I'm avoiding it because I know I'm going to get addicted. Oh, deja vu, it's almost like I've done this before. And there's a trailer right there with the wooden planks that we could grab instead, but honestly, I feel like pulling the trailer is actually harder than just driving this way, because the trailer will get bogged down, and then all the weight of it is on the trailer and not on our rear axle, which is where the power is down. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. I would absolutely move into that house right there. That is a beautiful location. Oh man, I know the buildings in this game are meant to look run down and such, but man, that is a lovely spot. But yeah, I just find, like, I know a lot of websites these days, and I think especially those ones are sort of geared to people kind of having the same mentality, and if you think differently and you post about it, then you get downvoted and stuff, so you're always incentivized to go with the crowd or be extremely contrarian and then get a lot of hate, but hate is also attention. So I don't know, it's literally like this cycle. I used to be on Reddit a ton, and this was back when I was in college, which is 5 years ago now. Yikes, I'm old. But I could see the same like repetition in comments, and people always trying to get upvotes on things. Like, it's literally the same comments over and over, and I just had to stop because it was screwing with my head. Same thing I find on Twitter. It's literally the same tweets regurgitated over and over again. And we actually did something. We built a bridge. Would you look at that? I am at least somewhat useful. Alright, we're entering uncharted waters, and I'm just going to bring this truck, even though, I mean, we don't have excellent off-road capability. We should still be able to get to the garage, at least reasonably so, assuming I can follow the road signs. Oh, easy, to the right. Look at that. So yeah, when it comes to YouTube, I think it's a little bit lesser, that sort of effect. I'm not saying that YouTube is perfect, where things are always the same, and it is pretty much the same on YouTube with like world events and stuff, that people will always make the exact same videos, and it's always the same types of videos that get super popular as well. And yeah, obviously I'm not particularly keen on that, but if you don't care about that thing and you're in a particular niche, then you can kind of get around it. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite missions in the game right there, is just getting that red truck out. We gotta do that at some point. Ooh, that's a big trailer right there. I'm tempted to grab it. Okay, hold on, I'm getting super distracted in this game. I'm remembering things, and I'm really enjoying those memories. But, I mean, we get to live through them again because there's a vehicle stuck in the mud right over there. Another one we can grab, in fact. Although, yeah, I don't know. Should we make things difficult? Should we only go with found vehicles? You gotta tell me in the comments. I'm not gonna buy anything this specific episode, but would that make it boring if I only went with found vehicles instead of buying stuff? Oh man, I suck. This steering in this game gives me nightmares. But yeah, my kind of end all be all with that discussion is like, it's okay to get off social media, and I would encourage you to do so. I'm inactive on pretty much everything except YouTube, and I like it that way. And I would encourage you as people who are hopefully, oh goodness, a free part right here. Let's grab this upgrade, and we'll grab the garage as well. Alright, I had to make a quick detour to Alaska for the tutorial, but here we are. But yeah, what I was saying before, and what I'm gonna do now, because we need a whole bunch of money, I'm gonna sell some trailers because yeah, this is an excellent way to make cash in this game. All you got to do is attach it and drive that sucker right into the garage. Easy done. So yeah, while I'm cleaning up the yard here of physics objects, yeah, I just find like it's better for your mental health if you can quit the internet at least for a time. Like if you find that you can't, then you're probably addicted, and I would definitely encourage you to actually like quit. Even quit watching this video if that's what needs to be done. Oh, I'm gonna make some money off these boys. I think that was 6,400 bucks right there, by the way. Okay, enough doom and gloom. Let's talk about the game a little bit. So, I know I had said that I'm not going to be buying anything, but that does not mean I'm not going to be selling anything. I'm going to attempt to make as much money as we can because these trucks really, really need upgrades, and that's pretty much the only way that I can actually get anything good out of this. We need to get as many upgrades as we can get, stuff like all-wheel drive, stuff like better winches, and that sort of thing. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck in this game extremely frequently. Also, can I not sell this trailer? Possibly not. Oh well, that's okay, we'll just leave it. I'm also going to skip the night, at least most of the time, because it's just much harder to see it on YouTube. So I think it just makes more sense to skip the night. So this truck right here is dead in the water, but we can bring it back. It's currently absolutely toast. I don't think... Yeah, no, it's absolutely crushed. There's nothing we can do with it. The thing that you're supposed to do is fix it because, I mean, it's broken. But the best way to do this is literally just to get in here, attach a winch from the front of this truck to maybe here on that truck, and then just back it up. And if we bring it inside of the garage, release the winch, pop the handbrake, then yeah, move it to the garage and you're good. Now we have another vehicle, something that could potentially be sold or customized, and I think this one might be a little bit better off-road. Oh, and it has all-wheel drive. Yes, please. Yeah, no, this is much, much better off-road. Just gonna go ahead and consolidate our vehicles a little bit, bring this to the garage. Oh yeah, here's the truck store, by the way. Potentially going unused. So sad. Well, I mean, there's some really cool stuff in here, but also you can find a lot of these vehicles in the world, so it isn't that sad. There's some really cool stuff just kind of hanging around. There's so much DLC in this game now. Oh my goodness. Tractors, big off-road vehicles, as you suspect. Lots and lots of DLC that I don't have, at least not yet. Anyway, let's do a little bit of customization on the Fleet Star, because this thing is cool as heck, and we may as well use some of our money to make this better, because this is going to be our workhorse for the next while. We're going to be using this thing a lot. Oh man, all the all-terrain tires are locked when you're low level. It sucks. That is such a pain in the butt. We are going to be grinding for a while, boys. Let's put the all-wheel drive on it because, of course, we need all-wheel drive. And let's put a... Yikes, we definitely are going to need a flatbed of some kind. So I purchased a couple functional things, including a snorkel, and obviously the flatbed and the engageable all-wheel drive, which is going to make a huge difference. We don't really need anything else here. It's all just extras, but colors are very important. Let's go. I've been feeling the orange recently, so we're going to make all of our trucks orange because I just think that's really cool. Oh, thank goodness I didn't lose the Chevy. It's just in the next bay over. Yikes. That would have been extremely bad if we lost this. Okay. No upgrades are possible here either. Although, actually, all-terrain tires, that would make a huge difference. So I think I'm going to go ahead with that. I remember there being an actual, like, database just comparing all possible tires to see which ones are better. I'm going to go ahead and say that we need ones that are more off-road oriented, specifically mud oriented. That's going to be best. Like, I don't care about on-road performance at all. Okay, apparently I have this rust paint thing as a DLC option, so we'll go with that just because actually it's kind of hideous. Let's just do the orange that I've been doing. Everything has to be orange. So yeah, what do you think of this series? What do you think about this? I don't think I'm going to be doing one every week, but I will strive to do one every 2 weeks and possibly every week from now until whenever. I do still want to do automation stuff. Don't worry, I haven't quit automation, but I just have some other ideas of things to do and things to talk about and stuff that I'm thinking about. So I figure this is a good time for that. I definitely have my work cut out for me to get back into this game and really start doing a lot of stuff with it. Trying to get back to level 12, which is, I think, actually I was level 14 in my previous save, maybe a little bit more than that in some of my other saves. It's yeah, I've restarted this game a few times, but that's where the fun is at. So let's try this. Let's see how things can go when I challenge myself to play this game once again and make it into a bit of a podcast. Hopefully you're interested. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you again next time. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you like this series in this video. And hopefully in the future, the near future, we'll be running this game on my sim rig. I think that'd be a lot of fun to be first person. I do want to try that. Okay, thanks guys. See you again. Oh, just glitched the game there for a sec. I'll see you again very soon. Yeah, no, this game looks excellent first person.